The All England Lawn Tennis Club have today announced the dates for the 2025 Wimbledon Championships. Here's everything you need to know about the 2025 tournament. First up, when is it going to take place? Well, the championships will start on Monday, June, with the ladies' singles final taking place on centre court on Saturday, July, with the men's singles final on centre court on Sunday, July. The station of the tournament is 5 days earlier than in 2023 and 4 days earlier than in 2024, and this is because Wimbledon always try and avoid clashing with major royal or national holidays. And this year, of course, we have the general election taking place on Thursday, June, so that's why we have an earlier start date for the 2025 championships. So if we go back and look at the finals day, then ladies singles final will be played on Saturday, July. And this is the latest possible day for the ladies' singles final since the championships moved to its current site in Wimbledon Park in 1997. On the Sunday, we will then have the men's singles final, which could also take place on the Saturday if there are any rain delays during the tournament. But traditionally, Wimbledon like to keep the men's final as the last event of the championships. As for the other finals, the gentlemen's doubles final is scheduled for Friday, July, with the women's doubles and mixed doubles finals both taking place on Thursday, July. Now if you're thinking, well, how long will the tournament actually go on for? Well, the championships usually run for 13 days, but in 2025, we'll see an extra day added to the tournament. And that's because Monday, July is not only the day after the finals, but it's also the day after Bastille Day, which of course is a French public holiday. And because of the travel implications for our French fans, the All England Club have decided to add an extra day onto the tournament and push back the start by 1 day. So instead of starting on Monday, June, the 2025 championships will now start on Sunday, June, giving us a 14-day tournament. In terms of ticket information, well, the process won't change at all. So you'll still be able to purchase tickets via the official website in the general sale, which takes place every year in October. There are some slight changes to the prices. For example, center court and one court tickets are now slightly more expensive, whereas court 2 and court 3 have become a little bit cheaper. But overall, there isn't much difference at all. Then once we get into the summer, we can expect the queue for tickets to open in the second week of June, just like it does every year. And then, of course, we have the ballot system, where you can enter your details and select which sessions you want to attend, and you might get lucky and get tickets. As for the prize money, well, this has increased by 16% and is now up to a record £44 million. That means that the winners of both the men's and ladies' singles titles will receive £3 to £5 million each. Just over £1 million more than they received in 2023. It really is fantastic to see the prize money increase so much. And especially when you consider the fact that the winners of the Australian Open and the US Open, their prize money actually went down. Prize money at Wimbledon is now the highest of all for slams. But what about the players competing at Wimbledon in 2025? Well, if you want to secure your spot at the championships, then the deadline to do so is Thursday, May. That's the entry deadline for the qualifiers, which is going to take place between Monday, June, and Friday, June, and the main draw will then be released on Friday, June. There was some talk that the ATP were going to come in and impose sanctions on Wimbledon, following the decision to ban Russian and Belarusian players from competing at the championships. But it looks like that isn't going to happen. As a statement from the ATP said, the ATP continues to seek a resolution regarding player participation at Wimbledon in collaboration with the LTA, the club, and the other 3 Grand Slams. Now, it certainly sounds like negotiations are still ongoing, but nothing has yet been confirmed. And remember, if you want to watch every match from the 2025 championships, then you'll need to sign up to a subscription service. Following the recent price increase, a monthly subscription now costs £89.99, whereas an annual subscription is £449.99. Before we look ahead to 2025, though, we obviously have the 2024 championships coming up very shortly. And before we get to Wimbledon, we have the French Open, which starts in less than 2 weeks. You can click here to watch our preview video for the French Open. Now, if you want to be involved and part of the conversation, then make sure you subscribe to our channel and also click the bell icon to receive every notification. You can also follow us on social media. we've got a Twitter account, Instagram account, and Facebook page. As for news and features during and after the tournament, make sure you visit our website, where you can find the latest news, features, and everything else you need to know about the world of tennis. Talking of news, let's move on to our next talking point. One of the biggest talking points surrounding the 2024 championships was whether Novak Djokovic would overtake the record of 9 Wimbledon titles. That record is currently held by the legendary Martina Navratilova. However, in the final, Djokovic came up against home favorite Carlos Alcaraz in what was an epic 5-set final. Ultimately, though, it was Alcaraz who triumphed in 5 sets. That meant Djokovic had to settle for a runner-up prize of £2.5 million, his biggest ever runner-up prize. In total, Djokovic has now won £46 million in prize money throughout his career at Wimbledon. That means he is now the first player to reach this milestone. If you'd like to learn more about Novak Djokovic's incredible achievements at Wimbledon, then click the link in the description below. As for Carlos Alcaraz, well, he became the first player since Roger Federer in 2018 to win the gentlemen's singles title. And he's only the second player in the Open era to win the title before turning 21, and that player is Boris Becker. At just 20 years old, Alcaraz is now the new king of grass-court tennis, and many people believe he will dominate the surface for years to come. He becomes the 9th different winner of the gentlemen's singles title in the last 9 years. On the ladies' side, Marketa Vondrousova was the surprise champion, defeating Ons Jabeur in the final. This was Vondrousova's first Grand Slam title, and she is only the second Czech woman to win the title in the Open era, following in the footsteps of Jana Novotná. After the final, the attention quickly turned to the doubles events. And in the ladies' doubles, the top 4 seeds were all knocked out in the quarterfinals. Ultimately, it was the unseeded pair of Laura Siegemund and Vera Zvonareva who lifted the title after defeating No. 5 seeds Coco Gauff and Jessica Pegula in the final. In the men's doubles, it was the No. 7 seeds Rajiv Ram and Joe Salisbury who won the title, defeating the top seeds Marcel Granollers and Horacio Zeballos in the final. And then finally, we have the mixed doubles where the No. 2 seeds Austin Krajicek and Ivan Doig won the title, defeating the top seeds Neil Skupski and Desiree Kravchuk in the final. Now if you'd like to find out more about the 2024 championships, including every single result, then click the link in the description below. Finally, for those of you that missed the 2024 championships, don't worry, because you can still watch every match on a subscription service. That's all for this video, though. I hope you enjoyed watching it and found it useful. If you did, please make sure you subscribe to our channel and leave a like on the video. Thanks for watching. Bye.